Hi, I'm Rob Tarleff and I'm with Tarleff Fordberry Financial Group. In a previous video, we talked about the two biggest risks to retirement planning with your investments. Today, we're going to talk about a solution that we think goes a long way towards mitigating those risks. Many people during accumulation and also continuing to retirement use things like target funds and asset allocation funds. Target funds, you're probably familiar with those, as most 401ks offer them. You target a certain date in the future when something's going to happen, such as retirement, and they get more conservative as you approach those dates. The problem with those is that they don't get as conservative as you think, and you don't want them to be, because they're based on many years of future years of distribution from those plans. The main problem that those two types of investments have, target funds and asset allocation funds, is the allocations tend to be somewhat arbitrary to most people's goals. They may fit a certain risk tolerance and meet a conservative portfolio or a moderate portfolio, but in terms of a person's specific financial plan, they don't match up. The other problem is when you need money out for your income, when you need money out for special cash goals such as the purchase of an auto or taking a trip or maybe doing a planned home improvement, the money that comes out of those plans comes out proportionately. That if you have 50% of the plan in stock and 50% of the plan in bonds, it comes out equally from those two, and it doesn't matter whether your stocks are up or down. The money comes out of those plans. So we find that's a way that maybe mitigates a little bit of the risk because you're more diversified, but there's ways that you can mitigate more of the risk away. And we use something called time segmentation. We create a financial plan, and from that financial plan, we create a timeline of projected years when money is going to be needed. So money that's going to be needed for income in the short term, the middle term, the long term, and then when will cars be purchased, when will trips be taken, and we basically allocate that money in such a manner that the money that's needed sooner is invested the most conservatively. So we use, and this is a sample of just a kind of a sample financial plan at a glance, where basically, as we look at this, down on the bottom is your bank account, which is in green, funding your goals, which is over here in blue. And coming up from the bottom are those recurring items such as pension, Social Security, and other income, which gets deposited into your bank account. And then from the top, your investments are earning dividends and interest. That gets deposited into your bank account. And from there, you pay for those goals and objectives and needs that were identified in your financial plan. Now, most often, the dividends plus your current income is not sufficient to cover all of your needs. And therefore, we need to use the growth and sometimes some of the principal to meet those financial goals. So what we identify is what money is going to be needed in the first 3 years or the next 3 years. What money is going to be needed in years 4 to 7. Moving over to the yellow or the center, what money is going to be needed in the middle term, in the 8 to 12 year period. And then we look at the more long-term periods when we get out to 13 to 19 years and then 20 years and beyond. So this money over here in the red category needs to be very conservatively, and we always want a 3-year cushion. If the stock market, your stock side of your portfolio isn't doing well, we tap into this to take out those needs that are occurring over the next 3 years. If the market is doing great, we simply take it out of your better performing investments. And the reason why is if we're taking money out of here, we have to replenish that at some point in time. The time to replenish that is when things are going good. When the stocks are doing good, that's when we want to replenish. So if stocks are doing good, it makes no sense to take money out and immediately replenish it. We simply tap into the more, the longer term, better returning investments. But if we have a year like 2022, and so far 2023, even though it's up, we haven't recovered from last year. We're tapping into here, and at some point we're going to replenish that. We may replenish it from one of the more conservative accounts. These accounts are going to be cash or short-term U.S. Treasuries. This second category, that 4 to 7 year, is in bonds. We don't get to a balanced portfolio with stocks until we get to the 8 to 12 year period. By managing your portfolio this year and constantly keeping it up to date, because as we move through life, our plans change. Things turn out better than we expected. Sometimes a little worse than expected. Sometimes new things come up. We want to make sure each year that we're allocating your portfolio towards your financial plan. If you'd like to find out more about this and to see if something like time segmentation may work for you, just visit our website at tarlafinancial.com. We have a calendar link there where you can click on that link and set up a 30-minute Zoom meeting to ask us any questions you may have and to see if something like time segmentation may work for your plan.